Hello and welcome to this video, guys. My name is Perez and this is a World of Tanks tips video. I haven't done one of these in forever, so it feels incredibly strange. But guys, this is on the E2 Sherman Jumbo. This tank is a lot of fun. Really interesting and very unique tank in my opinion. There's the E8, which is also a tier 6. I'm sorry, it's a tier 6 American medium tank, which I'm sure a lot of you know because it has been in the game since the start. But there's the E8 version, which is a little bit faster with less armor. So I went with this one just because I felt it was quite different. I liked the idea of bouncing shots, which that's what I really wanted to do. So I'm very happy with my choice, and it's a very good tank. And also it gives you the option to go onto the T20 or the T29, so you've still got that option to go either way if you haven't made your mind up yet. But guys, I'm gonna run through the stats. Bear in mind this is with the package for the M4A3E2 bracket 76. Close bracket. That is the attachment. That's the one I recommend. I like it because it makes the turret a lot harder to penetrate. It bounces a lot more shots. If you don't use this one, the turret is a lot easier to penetrate, and I'll get onto that later why I think that's a good thing. But it's just my opinion, guys. So obviously, buy each of them and see which one you think is better. But if you don't have the money, then I definitely do recommend this one. So guys, we're going to run through the stats, and bear in mind that is with this package on. So hit points 730, an engine power of 520, a speed limit 35 kilometers an hour, traverse speed of 32, the hull armor was 102, 76, 38, a turret armor of 152, 152, and 152, a standard shell damage of 86 to 144, a standard shell penetration of 96 to 160, a rate of fire 14.29, a turret traverse speed of 32, a view range of 330 meters, and a signal range of 615 meters. So, guys, the standout stats there, the bloody turret armor and the frontal armor on this tank is amazing, and that is why I really want to use this tank. In this gameplay here, I think I got Steel Wool. You'll have to wait to the end to see, but I'm pretty sure I did. Just bounce so many shots, and it's so good. If you are top tier, you're just so OP. You're basically a heavy tank. The only thing I'd say is the damage isn't great if you're bottom tier. If you're in a tier 6, 7 game, it's really difficult to actually make a difference and do much damage. The gun isn't that good in that respect, but also what I don't like about the gun is there's quite a lot of difference between it. So you can just be doing under 100 damage, which in a tier 7 game obviously is like nothing. Normally they have around 1,000 hit points, so it's very frustrating from that respect, but you are just being a support player in those situations. But in the lower tier games, when you're top tier and there's not many other tier 6s, you are a heavy tank. That's the best way to play this. You just go into the middle of the map, you go to the choke points, just make sure you don't get flanked. So I would definitely recommend going with the majority of the team, other medium heavy tanks, some tank destroyers. Just stay as a big group, so you could stand out a little bit, but obviously you've got a bit of protection if anyone comes from the sides. So also, the speed limit and the traverse speed are pretty good. 35 kilometers an hour and 32 traverse speed. That's pretty decent. You can definitely make some ground up, and you'll see here I changed direction of my tank and just go back and try help and support my players. I'm not going to ruin it, but it does get back pretty well. Obviously, if you want it a bit faster, the E8 is definitely that. But that's probably it about the stats. I want to come back to the turret armor. So this package that I use makes the turret armor that good. It is insane, and this is why it's such a good tank. This is why it makes it basically play as a heavy tank. You'll see a lot here on hilly maps, definitely, like Sand River and Westfield. Obviously, I'm playing now. If you just have your turret showing, or your turret in a bit of your front, then they're not going to be able to penetrate you, especially if you are top tier. Like, you see so many shots that I bounce. I don't lose health through like half the game. I've still got full health, and I'm getting hit by quite a few different tanks. It stands its own against other tier 6s. You see a VK36 come up and try to take me out, but it doesn't work. So it doesn't do loads of damage. I've very rarely hit the top end of that damage, 144. It's normally around 100, 105. So just be aware of that you might not finish someone off if you think you are, because you've got 144 damage. So just aim for weak spots under the tank, commander hatches. The accuracy of the gun's not great at range, but up close, which is where you're mostly going to be, it's really good. And just I'll say be very careful about not getting on your side, because you've got so much armor on the front. You need to use all of that armor all the time, and just bounce shots. You're going to get steel wool, so you get extra silver bonus. You're not going to lose health. You're not going to take as much damage if you have a good game. So it's a very good tank for me at the moment. It's one of my lower level tanks, and it's such a good moneymaker tank, which is amazing. So if you are using quite high level tanks and you feel like you want to go back to a different tree or go down a few tiers, this is a very good tank for that. Also, if it's your top tier tank, like your highest tank, it's just a very solid tank. It's so much fun to use. If I'm just getting fed up with tier 9 games or tier 8 games, it's such a good tank to jump into a tier 6, 7 game, or even lower. It's just awesome when you come up against some tier 4s. So, guys, just utilize its armor. That's one of the best things. Stay with a group of other heavy tanks, medium tanks, and you can push the fight. Get in game chat, use your commands. There's obviously loads of commands now. Just get everyone working together, work with you to help you out, because you can turn the battle so easily in this tank. I know you could say that for a lot of tanks, but this one, like I said, it bounces shots, so that is one of the main things that obviously it makes it so much easier to turn a battle. If you can get over a hill and push the enemy team back, or get your team to follow you over, and you're just dealing out so much damage. But like I said, it doesn't do loads of damage at tier 7 games. I did manage to penetrate a Tiger. A Tiger 2 from the side, so the penetration's not bad if you can find some weak spots. Just be very, very careful if you're in high tier games. I definitely recommend a repair kit, and everyone's got to have repair kits now, because the amount of ops that they do to allow that. I definitely recommend having a repair kit, because the tracks do go down if you get hit from the side. From the front, it's not too bad. They've got some pretty good armor, but also with the turret, the gun accuracy not being very good, I definitely recommend having a repair kit for that, because if you lose any more of that turret accuracy, it's just going to make it so hard to use. So I definitely recommend that as well. You could probably skip on the fire extinguisher. I haven't been caught on fire too many times in this tank. And a health pack is always useful. So, guys, enjoy the rest of the gameplay. It's one of the best games I've had in this tank in a while. Normally, it's quite difficult to get the kills, because it's a little bit slower, and a lot of the lower tier games are really high paced. But definitely just sit back and utilize the armor. Like I said, your teammates, they can be great for baiting, even if it's not quite the nicest thing to say, but you can hold your own in the middle of the map so easily, guys. It's such an overpowered tank. But guys, if you have any tips, then be sure to leave in the comments. I'm sure it'll help out a lot of people. I'm sure it'll help me out to get to the T20. So guys, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.
We've hit them hard. He's gone. Find a